Okay, hey guys, I'm gonna voice over my lesson from today. I did the little thing where you put your phone in your pants, and I'm gonna walk you through my ride. I don't know if this is gonna be boring or not, but here we go. Okay, so I always start off with a little bit of like kind of slow Western work almost, just to get him warmed up, but I already did that before I filmed this video because it's kind of boring to watch. So I just started off with some posting trot. I think I'm posting right now. And I just try and get him kind of moving forward off my leg, and I try and bend him right because that's his stiff side. He has a hard time bending to the right, and so I just spend a lot of time working that, and I'm just trying to convince him to bring his head down and convince him to like keep going, because sometimes he can get stuck when his head is in that situation, and so I'm kind of booking it for the majority of the time. And then a lot of times you'll see me do that and just kind of drop the reins and let him kind of feel like he's good at something for a minute, because he's kind of he doesn't have a great confirmation, and so doing this kind of work is hard for him, and sometimes he can get a little bit annoyed with me, and so I have to make sure I have times where I'm petting him and letting him know he's being a good boy. And then I stopped up into my canter, and he always starts out at the canter kind of rough. He wants to, just kind of go around with his head in the air. So again, kind of the same thing as the trot. I'm just trying to bring his head down at the same time as keeping the flow, but also finding times to give and kind of let him be himself. Here I'm just kind of letting him gallop around, get on his step. And then I'll sit down and I'll collect a little bit more. I'll do some hard bends like there. Right here I'm holding the counter canter, I believe. Yeah, it looks kind of funny. I'm trying to kind of really get him to bounce up and down. God, he's really bouncy. I promise I'm not moving that much. I think it's just my phone. But anyways, I'm doing some circles on the counter canter because that gets his hind legs really working. And then after that, because it's hard for him, I let him go again. Right? Still keeping the frame. Here, trying not to hit Heather. I think I'm doing a simple change to the counter canter, yeah. Schooling the counter canter on the opposite lead. The right lead, tracking left. Here, I think he was spooking at the dog in the bush, yeah. Oh boy, Theo. Same thing going this way, trying to keep him straight in his body, trying to keep breath in his body, that kind of thing. Go across the diagonal, maintain the lead, I believe that's what I'm doing, yeah. Again, shape him around my right leg. There's Laurel trotting by. I do a lot of my work without walk breaks. I try and kind of, maybe as weird as that sounds to you guys, I try and kind of just keep them like focused on what I'm doing at that moment, and then, make them work hard for 30 minutes and then let them be done, instead of kind of light work, walk. Anyways, just cantering still. Here I believe I do a lead change onto the left lead on a straight line. He's been really good about these. He has some hard lead changes. He's very funny about them, so when he does it right, I try and really reward him. So I think here I'm kind of just letting him go, loosening the tension a little bit, letting his head up, building my stride. There's Laurel on the counter canter. He's still a little funny about that dog in the corner. But yeah, overall he was a super good boy today. I'm really happy with how he went. Here I'm doing another lead change. I'm just letting him kind of figure it out, do it himself. There we go. Nice and clean, good boy. And then I just kind of bring it back down, let him stretch his neck out. Now I'm trotting, I think. It's hard to tell. Just stretching him again.
Yes, 2 perfect changes. He's been really good about it.
Bending him left, bending him right. Making sure he's moving off my legs how I want him to. Good boy, pats, pats. And make sure to give him lots of pets. And you know he likes it because whenever I give him a pet, he'll always take a big deep breath out, which is a good sign to know that they're breathing and they're calm.
No.
Anyways, that's the end of my vlog. I hope that was entertaining.